And then look here, y'all, I gotta go get my squash. This one is still doing fine. Then this one all the way back here, I think it was just so heavy. Let me see it back there. Fell off, so I'm gonna go grab her. Hey friends, Cherie here. Welcome back to the channel, Gardening at Home with Cherie. It is Sunday, August the 17th. And we're gonna start this week's gardening vlog off with just a little peek at this one squash that I hand pollinated, and I shared it in a recent video. I'll link to it in case you missed it, but just want to show you the progress. It has grown so much. Let me just put my hand up there so you can see, and I know exactly what this is. I did go in and trace back all my vines to identify all the different squash that are growing. You know, the bush squash, they kind of stay in their place, so the tag is right there by the plant. But with the vining squash, I mean, the fruit could be, some of these vines are at least like 50 feet long. And so the vines can spread, and I have them trellised. And so once the fruit form, I have to trace it back to its source and then identify the squash when it's a new one for me. This particular squash, I was confused because I thought that I had put something else there for my memory. And when I found the tag, it's like, yes, that's exactly what that is. It's one that I've grown before. And as soon as I saw the tag, I kept suspecting that it was not what I thought it was going to be as it grew bigger and bigger. This is enormous. And I know what it is, and the tag confirmed. And so this is definitely a winter squash. It's a pumpkin, and it needs to grow quite a bit more, and of course it will turn orange when it's ready to harvest. But just wanted to show you the hand pollination. I'm so glad I hand pollinated it, because as I showed you in the previous video, last week's vlog, the other two fruit that were nearby did not get pollinated. And I do see some new fruit setting. I'm gonna watch those, and I'm gonna try to come out, I think more in the early mornings, to see if I can catch those blooms first opening and try to hand pollinate if necessary. But anyway, I do have some food on this side to harvest. I'm gonna grab that squash in there. And then there's some white patapan around here. And then I feel like I saw a yellow patapan. Yep, nope, that's just a yellow leaf, y'all. But somewhere down here, yeah, this plant here. This is another variety of yellow patapan that I need to get. So I'm gonna get that one for sure. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get that little one too, because I need to get in here and start getting this area cleaned up. You can see I still have some mulch to spread as well. So I'm gonna grab those for sure. And I'll take a little bit deeper look, but when I was out here yesterday, I did not see anything. Okay, friends, so it is now Wednesday the 20th. Nothing happened. No harvesting occurred. I was supposed to come back out here, got sidetracked by some stuff that I had to take care of. And then rain moved in, and it rained and it rained and it rained. And it rained yesterday morning, and it stopped in the afternoon, started to dry out. And so I'm out here Wednesday morning, and when I tell you, some of the squash has gotten like ridiculously large in these 2 days since all the rain came through. And so I think I mentioned earlier, with the big squash, they become good candidates for me to use in soup anyway. And I do, I want to get a bunch of soups put up in the freezer to enjoy through the fall and winter anyway. So that'll be my preservation task. Look at the size of that pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and start harvesting, and I'll show you what's in the bowl.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? Oh, no, little by little, I pour out my heart. Little by little, here I always run and hit the wall. I'd rather jump and risk the fall. I see no limits in the sky. No, little by little, here. No, got stuck on working on myself. Thought I was wrong and needed help, but I'm just different, something else. No, little by little, here. 'Cause I give my pour out my heart. gonna give my all, 'cause I don't care if people will stop and stare. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. Let me be all that I can be. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. Let me be all I can be. Let me be all I can be. My all, all. I pour out my heart. I'm gonna go everywhere and be myself, I swear. I'm gonna give my all, 'cause I don't care if people stop and stare. Let me fly, let me fly, walk that fly into the sky. Let me be all that I can be. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. I'll shine again, I'll be free. Let me be all I can be. Never ever walk that road again where self-destruction rules me. Walk in heaven aligned with what I am. I'll shine again, I'll be free.
Okay, friends, so here's what I got today, Wednesday, August the 20th. As you can see, some of the squash grew quite a bit after the rain. So some of them are harvested 2 days longer than I would have liked, but they will all still be delicious and tasty. And I'm pretty sure I said a couple times, these big ones like this are perfect for soups. So I got some soup making to do, and I'll be back out there tomorrow to get more food. I might be back out tonight because there were tomatoes ready, and I'll probably need some onions for dinner tonight and some herbs. And I need to do a deep herb harvest, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that today as well. Got a lot of stuff to do. But okay, that's my grocery shopping for today. All right, friends, so it is Monday, August 25th. My plans for the weekend did not quite work out. I wanted to do a harvest of some more things, but got caught up with family. So we ran out and just kind of grabbed some onions that we needed, some herbs that we needed as we cooked throughout the weekend. But now I'm out here to do a quick scan to see what to harvest. So I don't see anything down here. Let me show you real quick. Look at how that squash is growing. It's so enormous. It's so enormous. Very exciting. Might cut that one big leaf off that's in front of those two so it can get some sun to it. I don't see any squash in here. I did already see one. My son and I were down here with some family showing them the garden, and I remember showing them the squash, and it was about a third this size. And I came back out and look at that thing. So that's going to be used for soup for sure. But I don't see anything else. When I come out to start doing the harvest, I will, dig a little deeper and look around, make sure the red curry squashes are curing up nicely. You see how that stem is starting to get darker, losing its green and getting kind of woody looking. So several of them are doing that. This Kusha melon is still growing strong, both of them. I have a little cleanup that I'm going to do, and I'll be looking through to see if I'm missing anything in these beds, but these are mostly winter melons that winter squash rather, that I know need to stay on the vine longer. They formed, they're growing, and I'm just leaving them protected under the leaves. The Korean mint is blooming nicely. The bees love that. And then I need to pull this squash off. Unfortunately, it looks like it didn't get pollinated. I see some cucumbers coming. Pretty sure those are cucumbers. These tomatoes are starting to ripen. Hey, beauty. And I have lots of winter squash doing really great over in here as well. I need to trellis these back. I think this is my Tromboncino squash. I'll have to trail that back to find the tag. We harvested more cherry tomatoes over the weekend, but I didn't. Again, I was with family, so we were just in here picking food without a camera. But yeah, this pumpkin is doing well. Or squash. The zinnias are still looking beautiful, and I have a lot of eggplant here. I don't know, I might harvest those first too. Those little babies, and enjoy those. Patiently waiting for more okra to be ready. Gotta finally harvest this elderberry. I noticed in a couple days I wasn't out here, and I think the birds have been out here eating my elderberry. So I'm gonna get everything that I can get. I don't know if they continue to ripen, but I mean, these all look pretty ripened now, so I'm just gonna get what's left on those. These are gonna be some beautiful tomatoes. Gotta clamp up a lot of my tomatoes. I got a lot of new growth on them. And then again, some of the big tomatoes are starting to ripen. All the eggplants growing in well. I'm gonna do some leaf cleaning and some weeding as I go through these beds. This eggplant's setting a lot of blossoms. Beautiful. And then look here, y'all. I gotta go get my squash. This one is still doing fine. Then this one all the way back here, I think it was just so heavy. Can you see it back there? Fell off, so I'm gonna go grab her. I'm gonna get her. I think I showed her already earlier in this vlog, but she was a part of the vine that got hit by a squash vine borer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that out. And then we have a couple of first tomatoes that looking a little worse for wear, but we're gonna harvest them. The purple Cherokees are, or these are Paul Robesons, I can't remember. I'll check, but I think they're purple Cherokees. They are ripening. These honey nut squash are starting to ripen. Also, this is a winter squash variety, so this is gonna be orange when it's fully ripened. They start as this dark green here. There's another one. I feel like this plant has at least 7. That's nice. Here's another red curry. You can see this is still a little soft, but once this becomes really dried out, I will harvest that down. There's another honey nut. Then my second Kusha melon is still doing good. This is the smaller of the two. And then you know I'm gonna find a bunch of squash in here. This thing is spreading so much. I found 2 on here that I'm gonna leave to ripen. This is a variety that you can harvest as a summer squash or a winter squash. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave those 2 and just see what happens, because I've gotten plenty of them and I'm getting loads more of them. So I'm gonna harvest more of them today. I'll show you over here. Here. And then we'll look in the back. We'll look, again, gonna look all throughout this thing. It's overgrown. Probably gonna go ahead and trim some of it. We'll see, because it's just taking over the path, and I don't want that. And then as I work my way through here, I'll be looking for more of the yellow patty pan. Yep, there's some. She's just sprawling out of the bed too after I trimmed her. She just grew like crazy. Got a lot more cherry tomatoes to get. I'm also going to be getting onions. And then once I get in the back there, after I trim my way to the back, we'll see what's back there. I'm definitely going to get greens. I'm going to get some of that walking stick kale and all the other kales and Swiss chards for a little green saute and to put in some soups that I'm going to be making. Going to harvest some herbs. Probably going to get the last of that lettuce and sow some new seeds. New peppers are coming here on the sriracha plant, so that'll need some time. Yeah, but I'll get more of these Walla Walla onions and just keep working my way through, cleaning up. I saw some other tomatoes back there, some tiger tomatoes rather, that are ripened that I know I'm going to harvest. So yeah, we got to do some garden maintenance and harvest for this last day of this vlog. So, all right, so let me get my baskets together and get to work. I noticed that some raspberries are also ready. So we're gonna harvest some raspberries today.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our two albums. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see. Wanna go out on a walk with you. Could be 20 minutes or an hour or two. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck, I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. Myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. Cause you...
Alright friends, that's it for today because I was not planning on getting some of those winter squash, and I did, so this is plenty for me to deal with today. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this week's vlog, and then the eggplant, and I saw some other things that I need to harvest. I will be out here in the morning harvesting those, and I'll be starting the week 4 vlog then. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay friends, so I decided to put a little bit of a bonus clip at the end of this video, and we're gonna go ahead and weigh these together. I've been trying to weigh my harvest, and I missed the last one, which was a really big one. I weighed some of them, but I had already cooked some of the food. And then I remembered that I needed to weigh it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and weigh this one with you all, so we can see how much food I got out of the garden today. Okay, so we have the scale zeroed. I'm gonna put this first squash on. So that's coming in at 5 pounds. Oops. Then we have the second squash, which I'm going to cut some of it off. But that's coming in just under 4 pounds. So like 3 pounds, 15 ounces. Have one yellow patty pan at about 10 ounces. And the next squash, that's 1 pound, 8 ounces. Next one, £1 pound, 4 ounces. Put these two little ones together. That's £1 pound. These Cherokee purple tomatoes together. That's right around £1 pound. And tomato is 9 ounces. That tomato is 5 ounces. That winter squash is 1 pound, 12 ounces. This baby butternut is 1 pound, 3 ounces. This winter squash is 2 pounds. This zucchini is 3 pounds, 11 ounces. I'm not gonna bother with the beans and the echinacea. I mean, they're so little. So we're gonna wrap up with all the tomatoes together. There were a couple tomatoes that were split. I tossed those. So these are the usable tomatoes only. And this is coming in at about 11 ounces. Okay, let me add these up. All right, so this harvest is weighing in at 25 pounds, 7 ounces, plus, because I'm not counting in this elderberry nor the beans. So again, that's just adding a few more ounces probably. But the squash, the winter squash, you know, they add up pretty quickly in weight. And these are going to be wonderful, wonderful. Now, one of these, the one that got bruised, this got bruised. I saw this the other day, and I think what happened was because of the weight, it got a little scratch as the fence moved and, you know, created like a little opening. So this is starting to, it just started to rot there because this was in perfect condition 2 days ago. So I am going to go ahead and cook this one. This one I'm going to leave out to continue to cure, so this can be safe for winter, as well as all of these other winter squash. So these two and the butternut, they're going to be curing out here for winter, fall, winter eating. Then of course the summer squash and tomatoes will get consumed or preserved over the next couple of days. Okay, thanks for sticking around for the bonus weigh-in. I'll see you guys back here again soon. Take good care. Bye.